Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachaline Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatyati Satarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda
La Bhakti Loka Paramadvaiti Swami Maharaj ki.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivanadari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivanadari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari. So we are continuing today our seminar on what to do to establish a Krishna Conscious center in the Western world. You see, Srila Prabhupada, he gave us an amazing example. The amazing example that he knew how to touch people's heart. And he did that by his own sacrifice. Many types of sacrifice. When he was in New Delhi, he used to publish this magazine, Back to Godhead, and he went door to door in Delhi to shops and people, gave them a magazine and asked them for a donation for his mission. An old man on himself. He didn't have a mission at that time. He didn't have disciples. He had given up his business. He had given up his social life. He was living in Vrindavan, and he was doing these things. So, in a way, we could say that is the origin of the Sankirtan movement for us. Because when Prabhupada went to the West, he taught us that we have to go and meet the people. Preaching means meeting the people. Where are the people? It's not an easy thing to find the people in the mood that they want to listen. That they want to listen what you have to say. So, the different styles of preaching which have been developed, they're actually a great variety. But Harinam, going and chanting the holy names of the Lord in the street, has been one of them. And from there it starts. There were also drama presentations in the street as well as in the temples. There were also speeches, lectures, small lectures given in the streets so people can listen what is the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Wherever we come into a close relationship with people and have a heart-to-heart conversation, this is the best foundation for inviting somebody to Krishna consciousness. And that can be done on the basis of many different types of topics. Of course, the holy name of Krishna, Harinam Sankirtan, is the most direct one. But many people have come to Krishna consciousness by going to a yoga course, by coming in contact with devotees who give yoga classes and explain the Bhagavad Gita and they do kirtan with the people. You know it. People want to know more. They want to know what is devotional life, where to practice it. That is a substantial information which can only be supplied by somebody who wants to provide this, because people are looking for company. They are looking for association. Everybody wants to have some kind of association to connect with his ideals. So therefore, actually, what Krishna consciousness offers is what people are looking for. But to connect the one who offers and the one who searches for that, what is being offered, that is by mercy only. By mercy, this can take place. So we are going out in the streets as beggars. When you open a center for Krishna Conscious, we are beggars. We are even beggars for people to listen to our classes, to come and to read our books, to watch our documentaries. Whatever we do, we are beggars. Why? Because we beg people, please become Krishna conscious. Please join our family. Please leave this material world of exploitation and come to be with us. It's an invitation to a family. And you cannot order people, you can only beg people. Do you want to be with me? Do you want to share with me Harinama Sankirtan, the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? People are full of material desires, and sometimes Krishna catches people by the material desire. Some people have come to the temple because the food. They're here, oh, they have good food there. Let me go there and maybe I get a good free meal. Other people have come to the temple because they see beautiful girls and chanting on Harinam. They say, oh, they have a nice place with such nice girls dancing. Let me go. What is this all about? So many different things have motivated people to come. And of course, devotees' publications are there, their festivals are there, Rasa Yatra festival is there. This is a traditional festival. I mean, if we look into the Vaishnava tradition, you see Lord Jagannath attracts us by his prasadam, by his smile, by his beautiful festival, Rasa Yatra festival, and everybody's enchanted. So there's also no hard and fast rules how to do that. I know, for example, I mentioned that before, many people are invited for pilgrimages. You go to a place where there's an energy center, like a pyramid in Mexico, or a waterfall, or anything extraordinary in this material nature, and you go there for meditation and for making an offering and for talking about our spiritual life. Many people have come to Krishna Conscious by going to such events and such chanting or some offerings who are being made. Especially in India, people go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, Puri, Dwaraka, Rishikesh, Chardham Parikrama, Tirupati, Gopeshwar Mahadeva. They just go to those places because these places are just so famous for giving some higher energy and mercy. But actually the higher energy and mercy comes from the association of those who practice spiritual life, and we invite people, please come and practice spiritual life. In other words, if you want to make a center of Krishna consciousness in the Western world, you should think about, what can I offer to the people so that they will come and associate with devotees? Some people come to a prasadam restaurant. Some people come to listen a course about Vedic Oriental philosophy. Some people come as I said, to practice yoga. Some people come, they want to listen about Vastu Shastra. Some devotees, Brahminical devotees, they offer Vastu Shastra, some astrology, Vedic astrology, or they offer courses in Ayurveda. All these things are very attractive. People are very attracted to Veda. Veda means knowledge. And Vedanta means the end of knowledge. And Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada, came to teach the end of knowledge to the people, the final essential knowledge which we need. So we have with us in our heart and in our agenda the teachings of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He is the pioneer, he is the example. He has done all these things personally, or he inspired his devotees to do this. And one of the things he did was starting ecological farm communities. That was also very innovative. And Prabhupada said, we want to have self-sufficient communities. I mean, that sounds easier than it is, you know. Self-sufficient communities where the what you are giving to the earth and getting from the earth, it's maintaining a community. Simple living, high thinking. Srila Prabhupada definitely came from the Gandhian thought of sustainability and living simple and practicing handicrafts. Handicrafts are very important because you can practically with the hand do many of the things you need for your daily life. Pottery, for example. I mean, where is a culture without pottery? So in India, pottery is daily use. The only thing in India, the most popular pottery is what one-way usage. They make pots for cooking in Jagannath Puri one way. They make these clay pots, then they put the food in there, then they put it in the oven for cooking, then they take it out and they distribute the food and then they throw the pot. Same way the cups for drinking and plates also, you have one-way use. That's very opulent society. Of course, if you think about it, all this earth will become back to earth and then it'll become made pots again in the future. So it's a really, really beautiful recycling conception. Just like in India, you get the leaf plates, sal tree plates. They just take them, plates. I mean, what do you do with leaves in this world? Just throw them away, just push them away. But they take the leaves and make plates. You can buy them everywhere in India, leaf plates. And then people, for their one-time eating, they put a leaf plate, they put the food, they eat happily, and then they throw it away. So this was a very wise conception of how to sustain, how to live in this world. And these all can be used even for Krishna Conscious. We can get leaf plates from India for our festivals. You know, bringing things from India is also very good and attractive because India has many, many, many items which are very helpful for spreading Krishna consciousness. Of course, many devotees have turned business people by becoming importers of Indian goods, and not only for the temple life, but dresses and other things. And to sustain themselves and their temples has been quite some movement. But even for the temples, dhotis, saris, kantimalas, japamalas, tilaka, arctic sets, there's so many items you can practically only get in India. So this is a way Indian culture is spreading. People they know how to make a light with ghee, a ghee light. India has a great opulence, you know. Sometimes you have these big ghee lamps, you know. They're used for ceremonies. They have lamps which never stop burning, like this type of some temples have that lamp with the flame which never goes out, like in Radharaman. And so many, many little details are there which all belong to the different techniques if you want to say so, of bringing people to Krishna consciousness. And the more ideas you get, of course, we can't do everything at the same time. We have to concentrate on certain things and try to make it actually available to the people, the availability. And for that, we need even modern systems like publicity, a Facebook of your project, of your temple. When are your temple artiques? When are your conferences? Who are the visitors in your temple? Are you going to have some special event? All these things have to be publicized. Things are changing. There was no Facebook in the time of Prabhupada. So he didn't show us how to use that. But he showed us how to use the Brihat Madanga. And the Brihat Madanga was the printing press. By Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he put the printing press in the Gaudiya Math logo. Can you imagine that? A traditional logo of the Sanatan Dharma, and in there, Gutenberg would have been proud of it, no? Wow, my press made it into the Indian logo of the Vaishnavas. So the Brihat Madanga, printing messages and distributing them. Just we were talking yesterday with Achintya about the plan for this year's book distribution, how to create. You see, devotees have so many things, so many items, especially in Colombia, where we worked so many years. We have so many items. We have games. We have libraries of Vedic wisdom. We have courses, yoga courses people can take at home study courses. There's also a lot of work behind that, but it's there, it's available. Home study courses. Then we have all kinds of posters, altars, which you can. And then, of course, we have also the prasadam, the invitations to the farms. I mean, there's a great variety of things we have prepared to establish Krishna consciousness in the Western world. But that is after a long, long time and hard work of many, many devotees, which this came. But you want to start something from scratch. Oh, that is very, very amazing. I congratulate you for this desire, for this willingness to be, for the people, a connection to Prabhupada. How exactly? Maybe you play the guitar and you start singing beautiful songs. One of my godbrothers, he sat on the street and just singing songs, and those who stop, he speaks to them. There's so many ways people are living, so many ways people are surviving, and also our temples have to survive. So you cannot survive without donations or without selling items which help. All these things are necessary. We need these ideas, the creativity, and be very flexible as well, because simply it's not easy. And Prabhupada was a genius. He was a real genius. I've traveled around the world and I've visited many different temples of different sampradayas, and I've seen what they are doing. I've seen what they're doing to connect people to Krishna consciousness. I was to the Vallabha Sampradaya, for example, when they have a big festival, and the whole temple room is full of prasad. They are preparing like chapan bhog, they call it, a special offering of food. Even bigger I've seen in Govardhan. Sometimes the devotees of Srinathji come there and they make offerings. Also, I've seen Swaminarayan people, they make like thousands of preparations. And the attraction is come, listen, chant, eat, go home and be happy. But take Krishna in your heart. Take Krishna in your belly. Take Krishna in your mind. Take Krishna in your memory. Take Krishna in your musical feelings of Lord's glorification. All these are the traditional ways, and I'm sure In the future, more things will be invented to take Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada had a political party, in God we trust. He had food distribution, a lot of food distributed to people in emergency, like we have the House of Wisdom, where people can get consolation. You're drug addicted, you're this, you're that, you don't know how to eat, you don't know how to cultivate the land without using chemicals, then you come to us. We have the agro consciousness, we have the place where we can go and cultivate the land without chemicals, and the whole, whatever we have, you know. When I started this temple anywhere, I immediately started focusing my life, where is some land close by that the devotees, the women, and the children, they can go to the countryside, that they don't stay in the city and always smoke and all the contamination of the city. I always wanted to take the friends and the devotees to the countryside. But then we need the city to supply some donations and materials to be able to establish the country ashram. So there's a connection between the two. And this is what I learned from Srila Prabhupada. He did that. He started the Vaishnava farms all over. So amazing. Srila Prabhupada's example of establishing Krishna consciousness in the Western world, it's really, you could almost say unlimited. So nowadays we have, instead of Priyat Medanga, now we have to go and have a Facebook page. We have to have a YouTube channel. We have to be there with the WhatsApp group for all the devotees who are participating in our family. Modern things which were not there. What will be next? A boat for Krishna conscious? Oh, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had that. He had steamships going up the Ganga for preaching. So that's the time of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, steamships in the Ganga for preaching. So we can only be amazed. Amazed and very creative as well. You can also be creative. Don't feel restricted. It can only be this way. Maybe there'll be a Vaishnava university tomorrow where people are going and studying so many wonderful things. How to make this world Krishna conscious. We have the dancing, the culture. We have all the Vaishnava arts. We have how to make flower garlands, how to paint pictures for the temple. All our paintings, all our temple have beautiful pictures. We have sculptures. We have the greatest tradition of architecture, Shilpa Shastra, where they carving deities out of rocks. Beautiful. Even in Colombia, we did that for constructing the Yoga Planetarium. The devotees learned how to carve deities out of rocks. It's surprising. And it keeps being surprising every day more. So then the arts, there's the devotional part, with the puja part, where we get people involved in doing beautiful things for the Lord. This is also, there's the musical part, where people learn how to sing, play instruments, and make a very beautiful environment with this. And there's the Bharatnatyam, Odissi dancing. There's so many different devotional dancing programs which are also existing to spread Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada said that. Said the Indian Vedic culture, Sanatan Dharma culture, is for attracting us. Here's one of our great artists, Kunti. She does all the things with her hands, makes so beautiful things. So this is, Krishna consciousness is very creative, very dynamic, very open. And of course, we also have psychology. Oida therapy was created to show to the world that without faith, without Shraddha, you will not be in contact with Krishna. And since people have so many things connected to the faith topic, through that, many people can come and be more attracted to Lord Krishna. It is only a question of when and where and how to do it. So I'm speaking these words to enthuse you to be very creative, at the same time beg for Krishna's mercy, beg people to come and listen to the class, beg people to take prasadam, beg people to come into our family, because Krishna himself is a beggar. Krishna is begging for Radharani's mercy. Krishna is begging for her love. So we are beggars of love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a beggar of love. You cannot order anybody to love you. Hey, you have to love me. What is this? But I can say, will you not be so kind and join this loving atmosphere? Chant with us, dance with us, eat with us. Come on parikrama with us. Come to Vrindavan with us. This is Krishna consciousness is an amazing experience. And if you go to the holy places, I give you one example, Govardhan, the holy mountain which Krishna lifted with his left little finger when he was a small boy to protect all the Brijbasis. Now this Govardhan is surrounded by temples, and there's so many thousands of deities, they're just rocks with a little face painted on it. Wherever you have a Govardhan rock, we have one here, go in our temple here, you see there's a little rock with a beautiful face painted on it. Krishna's everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Of course, everywhere, but especially there where his mercy manifests. Where his mercy manifests. Then one day I came to a temple and they had a nice rock with a nice face painted on it and eyes. I asked, is this Govardhan Shila? They said, no, it's just a rock we found in the river. I said, a rock from the river? Yes. But they were worshipping as Krishna with so much joy. Well, what is a deity? The deity is a rock. And somebody carved the deity, and then this becomes Krishna by a ceremony called Pran Pratishta. You know what Pran Pratishta is? It's the manifestation of faith. When the Guru begs Krishna, come into this rock, come into this deity and accept the service of the devotees in this deity, in this temple, then Krishna accepts that. So Krishna conscious is so, for one who sees me everywhere, sees everything in me. I am never lost to him, nor is he ever lost to me. So we have to apply that principle. Maybe you're doing great graphic arts. Maybe you're doing things for enthusing others in spiritual life in a new way. I know there's people that are doing computer arts. There's graffiti artists who are preaching Krishna conscious by painting graffitis in the cities. Huge entire buildings I've seen with Krishna paintings. So, my point is, keep begging and keep creating different ways that people can come in contact with Srila Prabhupada, with the holy name, with the Vedic culture, with Vrindavan, with Mayapur, with Jagannath Puri, with Prasadam, with Sadhu Sangha, friendly, deep, loving relationship with devotees, and you will see that your center will start attracting many people, they will start being so benefited. Why? As I said, everybody's looking for Krishna. I'm looking for you because Krishna wants me to look for you. Radharani, she looks for Krishna, and Krishna's looking for Radharani. And they are our supreme father, mother, if you want to say so. The origin of our individuality comes from Radha and Krishna. We are not born out of darkness. We are not born out of ignorance. We are not born out of nothing. So what we are born from? Where does our inner eagerness for love and affection, where is it born? In Krishna's own heart. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. And there, in Krishna's heart, we can find peace and a life engagement. I hope I got you inspired to do things and create things so that your temple will be very dynamic and your center will attract many souls to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and our guardians, our Shishikor Nitai. Hare Krishna. All the best and most success to you.